the world a favor! I am doing the world a favor!
앞으로 벌어질 참극에 대해서 전혀 알지 못한 채 단체 캠핑을 즐기는 친구들. 그 무리 속 단 한 사람, 베키는 전혀 즐기고 있지 못했습니다.
Wait, Becky, where you going? Come on, don't be like that. Are you fucking reading right now? How are you so boring?
Oh, I'm boring? Could you be any more cliche?
I don't know. I don't technically remember what that word is.
Well, it means you think these are going to be the best years of your life, so you're going to destroy your body with drugs and alcohol, and then one day, when you realize time is real, you're going to regret every decision you've ever made and sink into an unfathomable depression that will swallow you whole.
Want to make out?
캠프는 참여가 필수였을 뿐 학업에 전념하며 자기 개발에 힘쓰기도 바쁜 마당에 이런 건 그저 시간 낭비처럼 느껴졌기 때문이죠.
Want to make out? Come on, Bex. When's the last time you cut loose?
자신의 지적인 삶에 이런 한심한 일을 끼워 넣을 수는 없었습니다.
I will make out with you for 20 minutes, but that's it. All my clothes stay on.
Undershirt over bra?
Okay.
Hell yeah, brother! Go Badger Cabin!
그렇게 말했으면서 분위기에 휩쓸려 선을 넘는 남녀는 공포영화 속 전형적인 클리셰를 보여주는데 그들에게 본때를 보여줄 살인마 캐릭터 역시 모든 준비를 마친 상태였습니다. 문제가 있다면 살인마라는 직종이 생각보다 경쟁이 치열한 레드오션 상태라는 것이었죠.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
It's my night.
What are you talking about?
There's Thursday, it's the full moon, it's my night.
Tonight is the Crow Sabbath.
Dude, that's like 3 weeks away.
Bullshit!
No. Come down here, I'll show you. I'm right here.
어떤 게임에서 나온 것만 같은 각자만의 능력을 보유한 두 살인마 그렉과 케빈은 사실 오랜 친구 사이였고 허수아비 분장을 한 그렉이 작업 일정을 착각한 것이었습니다.
Fuck. God fucking damn it. Fuck. Did you even check your sketch? Can you not say sketch? You sound like a dipshit. Okay, well, someone's obviously in one of their moods tonight. Whatever, I'm going back to the cornfield. Have fun.
심상치 않은 친구의 태도에 무언가 이상함을 느꼈죠.
Are you okay? I'm fine. Oh, this doesn't look like fun. Well, I am. I'm fine. Okay. Let's reel it in, brother. Okay, you've been acting weird for weeks now, and now this? Mr. Structure, Mr. Crow Sabbath? I mean, this is not like you.
Yeah, well, maybe I'm not like me right now. Maybe I'm...
It doesn't matter. I'll see you tomorrow. You can tell me how it went. Bro, what's going on?
Nothing!
Gregory Glatman, I'm your best friend, and I know when something's going on.
그들이 비록 잔혹한 연쇄살인마일지라도
I don't know.
친구의 고민을 가만히 두고 볼 수만은 없었습니다.
I just don't know if I'm super into this anymore.
This what?
This lifestyle.
What are you talking about?
I don't know if this is what I want to do with my, one wild and precious life anymore,
What does that even mean?
That's what I'm trying to figure out, Kevin.
We've been doing this for over 50 years.
I know that. And it's not like I have any regrets about it. These have been some of the best 50 years of my life.
This is your life. Camp Creek River. You remember the summer of '83? You sacrificed 16 souls to the Crow God that night.
Of course I remember that. It's an incredibly special memory for me. But maybe I want to start trying to create new kinds of memories.
그렉은 자신의 살인마 인생에 회의를 느끼고 있었고 50년간 이어진 순탄한 인생에 변화를 주고 싶어 했습니다.
You're gonna give me the business.
I'm not going to give you the business.
Promise.
I promise.
Pinky promise. Stamp it.
Gosh.
생각보다 섬세한 성격의 그렉이 가지고 있는 인생의 고민이란
I met someone.
Oh, Greg.
You said you wouldn't give me
I'm
the
not
business.
What's her name?
Pauline.
How did you two even meet?
On the internet.
She's incredible, Kevin. She's smart. She's funny. She, gets me on, a cellular level. She reminds me of...
바로 사랑에 대한 고민이었죠.
She reminds me of Tabitha.
Oh, there it is, Gregory. Tabitha and her friends left you for dead in the cornfield after she pretended to like you.
You ever heard of peer pressure, idiot? We had a real connection.
You shucked her skin off, Greg.
Whatever, Pauline's different.
Oh, they're always different.
What is that supposed to mean? Pauline's not like the others. A, I've never met someone online before. B, we chat for hours about things that you couldn't even understand, like poems.
그가 살인마가 된 계기 역시 사랑의 수가 처참하게 버려지고 복수심에 불타 어둠의 신에게 영혼을 바쳤기 때문이었기에 케빈은 친구가 또다시 그 전철을 밟도록 둘 수 없었습니다.
That is not your life. This is.
But is this a life? I mean, what do we do? 4 months out of the year, we chase a bunch of horny teenagers and wear their faces, or suck their brains out of their eye sockets, or make big tree structures out of their arms and legs, or feed them to each other, or sew the still alive ones to the dead ones and leave them in the cornfield for the crows, or just cut them in half with a sort of top-down situation, or we take their hearts out, or we beat them to death with each other's spines, or tie them up in a big naked ball and roll them down the mountain. And beyond that, what? What do we do for the rest of the year? Huh? I sit in my cornfield alone.
되게 재밌게 지낸 것 같은데.
And you sit in your swamp alone. Is that it? What is our purpose?
하지만 이 지옥 같은 고독 속에서 유일하게 서로를 이해하는 존재에게 자기 생각을 부정당하는 것은 그리 좋은 경험이 아니었습니다. 어쩌면 그렉이 폴린에게 느끼는 감정이 사랑이 아닌 공허함을 채워 넣을 수단으로 보고 있는 것은 아닐까 하는 생각마저 들었죠.
So do you think Pauline is going to be cool with you just going out and murdering?
Maybe.
Oh, get real, Hoss. I have to imagine she's like a normal person, which you most definitely are not. You are a pagan, ritualistic serial killer.
이는 조언이라기보다 비난에 가까웠습니다.
It's never gonna work out.
If you ask me, it sounds like you're kind of shaming him.
사랑과 우정, 인생의 회의감과 같이 자기들의 인간적인 모습을 베키에게 들키고 말았습니다.
You can drop the act. I know what's going on.
You know nothing, mortal child.
I know you don't really talk like that.
급하게 분위기를 잡아보지만 소용이 없었죠.
Are you making sounds?
What? No, you're doing that.
Oh, Cecil Pete, how much did you hear?
Since the thing about offering souls to the crow god?
Son of a biscuit.
Fuck my ass.
Actually, Gregory,
Greg is cool.
Greg, I think Pauline sounds great. And you bring up some really salient points. It sounds like you might have some unresolved attachment stuff.
그들의 고민을 처음부터 지켜본 베키는 이를 해결해 주기로 하는데요.
How did you know that?
I'm a psych major.
놀러 나와서도 공부를 멈추지 않았던 그녀의 심리학 지식이 빛을 발하고 두 살인마를 상대로 상담을 시작합니다.
Hi, Kevin. I'm Becky. Kevin, what I'm getting from you is an unwillingness to accept the fact that your friend might be evolving in a way that makes you feel threatened.
Okay, this is boring. I'm getting bored now.
Is that going to make things go back to the way they were?
It's gonna make me feel awesome.
Okay, has it ever made you feel awesome? Has it ever filled the void?
놀랍게도 문제는 케빈 쪽에 있었습니다.
I don't have a void.
Oh my God, you have the hugest void.
Okay, hold on, Greg. Let's give him some space to process. Kevin, would you be willing to pause and consider the possibility that Greg meeting someone might arouse feelings of jealousy or envy or even fear at confronting your own loneliness?
Well, I'm not afraid of anything, okay? I'm literally the butcher of Black Mountain.
케빈은 그렉을 질투하고 있었습니다. 살인마라는 고립된 운명 속 유일하다 할 수 있는 우정이 그렉의 새로운 만남으로 인해 깨질까봐 두려워하는 일종의 애착 불안이었죠.
When was the last time you entered into the world, sought a real connection?
Never.
Oh, kick rocks, Greg.
What? The only reason that
Hey,
you
Greg.
said.
I feel.
I feel that the only reason you're not afraid of anything is because you've structured your life so as to completely avoid the unknown.
케빈은 새로운 만남을 시작할 용기가 없었고 그렉과 함께하는 삶에 만족하며 친구를 자신의 울타리 안쪽으로 끌어들이고 있었습니다.
Right, but can you eat, as it were, the truth of what your friend is saying? Can you digest it? Can you really take it in?
Why don't I take in your stupid face in my buttonhole?
Okay, you're deflecting.
변화를 시도할 엄두조차 내지 못하는 자신을
Kevin, look at me.
부끄럽게 여기고 있었죠.
You've reached a crossroads in this relationship. You can either sit down stubbornly in the middle of the road, head back the way you came alone, or head toward a possibly dazzling new horizon with your beloved friend.
친구는 나아가는데 자신만 이 끔찍한 삶에 갇혀 있다는 열등감. 이를 가리기 위해서 친구를 이용했다는 것이었습니다. 그렉은 자신의 추악한 마음을 마주해야 했고 베키의 진단은 정확했습니다.
I'm ugly! Oh, God!
그렉의 가면은 더 이상 그의 마음을 숨겨주지 못했고 너무나 수치스러워 그만 울음을 터뜨리고 말았습니다.
No, no, no. Hey, I'm ugly too. No, no, no. That doesn't have to mean that we can't live beautifully. Maybe there's another, gentler road to travel. Maybe we can.
살인마답지 않게 인간다움을 되찾아가던 그들이었지만 생존자에게 총을 맞는 클리셰는 비켜나가지 못했습니다.
That was like the most beautiful moment I've ever seen.
Wait, they were gonna kill you.
No, they were not. They were changing. It was happening. They were shattering a paradigm.
Holy fuck. I've never shot a gun before. The barrel is so hot. I'm so turned on right now. Let's fuck.
Get away from me.
Come on, I'm a hero now. Let's fuck. Come on.
You are not a hero. You are nothing. Nothing.
케빈이 자신의 상처를 드러내고 그렉이 진심으로 그를 용서해주는 가장 인간적인 순간을 깨뜨린 남자를 용서할 수 없었습니다.
You piece of fuck! You camp counselor! I am doing the world a favor! I am doing the world a favor! I am doing the world a favor!
가짜는 영웅 심리에 취해 있는 놈한테 정신적인 상담은 사치였으니 육체적으로 응징해줄 뿐이었죠.
Man, it's like 1983 all over again.
막상 총에 맞은 그들은 죽지 않았지만
Oh, dear.
베키에게 중요한 건 그게 아니었습니다.
Becky, are you okay?
I liked it.
What?
Fuck, I like it. I loved it. I feel like an archangel. Do I have wings? Do I have huge burning wings?
Heck yeah, you do!
Tio,
Is this how you guys feel all the time?
Pretty much.
I'm in.
Becky, why don't we wait a minute and
지적 허영심을 뽐내는 것 같은 지루하고 현학적인 상담보다 금방 끝나며 실패할 확률이 0에 수렴하는 방법을 발견한 것이죠.
I love this chick!
What'd you call me?
I love the strong and autonomous woman with agency.
That's right. And don't you forget it or I'll make you my dirty little dog-ass prison dog yard bitch. Now let's roll.
Yes, ma'am.
그럼 주거를 몸소 실천한 베키는 살인 집단에 합류하는 것으로 영화는 끝이 납니다.
Hey guys, wait up.
인간적인 감정과는 가장 거리가 먼 전형적인 연쇄살인마 캐릭터들이 누구보다 인간적인 고민을 품고 가장 먼저 죽을 것 같은 학생이 그들을 상담으로 치유해주는 공포영화 클리셰를 비틀어 제작한 단편영화 머더캠프. 인간적인 관계와 삶에 대한 회의감 등 현대인이라면 가지고 있을 법한 고민을 대바대에 등장할 것만 같은 전통적인 슬래셔 영화 속 살인마의 관점에서 블랙 코미디로 풀어낸 재미있는 작품인데요. 그런데 단순히 코미디로 치부하고 넘어갈 게 아니라 베키의 상담에는 인생에서 중요한 내용이 담겨 있습니다. 케빈은 자기가 못생겼다고 생각하며 새로운 관계를 시작할 용기가 없었고 유일한 친구인 그렉이 사랑을 찾아 떠나버리면 그 고독을 견딜 자신이 없어 그렉의 마음을 비난했는데요. 하지만 그런 케빈의 마음을 베키는 한눈에 알아본 뒤 그가 고집스럽게 과거에 머무는 것이 아닌 친구와 함께 앞으로 나아갈 것을 종용했습니다. 결국 지루하고 현학적인 상담보다 그럼 주거를 선택했지만 말이죠. 결론적으로 이 단편 영화는 누구나 가면 뒤에 숨겨진 인간적인 고민을 품고 있으며 그 나약함과 상처를 외면하지 않고 마주하는 것이 중요하다는 사실을 가장 인간적이지 않은 사람들을 통해 전해주었습니다. 시청해주셔서 감사합니다.